Hello children, today I will explain your chapter Chemical Reactions and Equations. Here your first topic is types of chemical reactions. There are different types of chemical reactions. These are combination reactions, decomposition reactions, displacement reactions, double displacement reactions, and oxidation reduction reactions. I'll explain all these one by one. The first one is combination reaction. As the name indicates, here two or more simpler substances combine to form a new complex substance. General reaction is given below. Here A and B, which are reactants, these are combining to give AB product. Few examples of combination reactions are when calcium oxide reacts with water, it forms calcium hydroxide. See, as a single product, calcium hydroxide is formed by the combination of two substances, calcium oxide and water. So, this reaction is a combination reaction. In this reaction, heat is evolved, which we can feel by touching the beaker, which will be warm. Next is when coal is burned in the presence of oxygen, it will form carbon dioxide. Next, when magnesium burns in the presence of oxygen, it will give white ash of magnesium oxide. Next reaction is the decomposition reactions. Here, a single complex compound breaks down to produce two or more simpler substances. General reaction, here AB reactant will decompose to give product A plus B. This reaction is opposite to combination reactions. These reactions can be brought by heat, light, or electricity. Few examples of decomposition reactions are given below. The first one is when ferrous sulfate, which is also called green vitriol, is heated, it first loses water of crystallization. You know, formula of green vitriol is FeSO4 7H2O. 7H2O is called as the water of crystallization. On heating, ferrous sulfate 7H2O, it will loses its water of crystallization, and on further heating, the white solid, that is ferrous sulfate, decompose to give brown colored ferric oxide and pungent smelling gases. These two gases are sulfur dioxide and sulfur trioxide. Next, when calcium carbonate, which is in solid state, is heated, it will give out quicklime and CO2 gas. Next is when lead nitrate, which is in solid state, is heated, it will give out lead oxide, nitrogen oxide and oxygen gas. These three reactions are carried by heating. Here, next is the photochemical decomposition. Photochemical decomposition means by providing heat in the form of sunlight. Here, first example is when silver chloride is kept in the presence of sunlight, it will decompose to give silver in solid form with the evolution of chlorine gas. In the same way, in the presence of sunlight, silver bromide decomposed to give silver in solid form and Br2 in gaseous form. Third decomposition reaction is electrolysis, means by bringing the reaction in the presence of electricity. This reaction is when water is heated, or we can say when heat in the form of electric current is provided to water, it will give out hydrogen gas and oxygen gas. Next is the displacement reaction. In displacement reaction, here one atom or a group of atoms of a compound is replaced by another atom or radical, then it is called as single displacement reaction. Here, general reaction is A plus BC. What will happen? A plus BC, these are reactants. A will displace B from its solution, and you can see here B is removed from solution, and we are getting AC as the salt solution. Few examples of displacement reaction are given below. Here you can see ferrous, or we can say iron, when treated with copper sulfate solution, it will displace copper from its solution, and the product form will be ferrous sulfate. You can notice here Fe displaces copper from copper sulfate solution, so Fe is more reactive than the copper. Next reaction is zinc. When treated with copper sulfate solution, then it will displace copper from its salt solution, and the product will be zinc sulfate plus copper. Next reaction, when lead is treated with copper chloride solution, then we will get lead chloride with the release of copper in solid form. So, these reactions show that Fe, Zn and lead are more reactive than copper, so they displace copper from its aqueous solution. Next is the double displacement reaction. In double displacement reaction, you can notice that exchange of the ions are taking place. So, double displacement reactions are those in which anions and cations of two different molecules mutual exchange, forming two entirely different compounds. Examples are given below. When sodium sulfate is treated with barium chloride solution. Then we will get barium sulfate and NaCl in solution. Barium sulfate will be in the form of precipitate. Precipitate means insoluble substance. And barium sulfate, its color will be white PPT. Next is when silver nitrate is reacted with sodium bromide solution, it will give out silver bromide, which is yellow precipitate, with NaNO3 sodium nitrate in solution. Next is oxidation. In oxidation, oxygen or an electronegative element is added. So we can say in oxidation, loss of electron taking place, or any of the electronegative element or oxygen is added. You can see the example here. When copper is heated in the presence of oxygen, it will give out black mass of copper oxide. So addition of oxygen is taking place in this reaction. Next, when copper oxide is heated with hydrogen gas, then again you will get copper plus water. Next is the reduction. Reduction is the process in which addition of hydrogen or an electropositive element takes place. Here few examples are: when sodium is treated with hydrogen, it will form sodium hydride. You can see here addition of hydrogen is taking place. In the same way, when copper is treated with copper chloride, then Cu2Cl2 will form. You can see here addition of positive element, that is addition of copper, is taking place. Last is the redox reaction. Redox, as is this word, is the combined, or we can say redox means when oxidation and reduction take place simultaneously, then all those reactions are called as redox reaction. Example is given below. When manganese oxide is treated with concentrated HCl, it will give out manganese chloride Cl2 gas with water.